60. How much was he outside the time allowed? Christian Kukuk, 0.4 of a second. And that is what might get Paris back in the race. Weishaupt with a good clear until the day, and indeed two hyper-talented 9-year-old horses. And out of those highlights, there's Ludger Weber talking to Christian Kukuk, delighted with his pupil's performance. We're going to close here. Round 1 is done, and we get ready for round 2. See who wins and if Riesenbeck is going to write history. It looks like it, but there's still a lot of jumping to be done. Join us again for round 2 later here live from Germany, Riesenbeck, round 2 of Global Champions League. Bye-bye.
Welcome back to GCTV and welcome back to the Riesenbeck International Arena, and the story is halfway written for Team Riesenbeck International. At the halfway point of Global Champions League Round 1, they do lead by just a single time penalty, but it does put them in a rather awkward position, knowing that if and when they have a single fence down and Paris Panthers may well jump clear in Round 2, that time penalty may well cost them the title at home. Let's show you what it looks like now at the halfway point of Global Champions League. These are the results after Global Champions League Round 1. Riesenbeck International on a single time penalty courtesy of Christian Kukuk. A clear that then followed shortly after that by Philipp Weishaupt and Zinedine. Paris Panthers trying to keep the pressure on, trying to keep the heat on 4, and Saint-Tropez Pirates with an eye on the top 4, staying in the hunt as well. Shanghai Swans, the last team to go, very, very impressive. Once again, Daniel Deusser and Electric Blue P with Max Kuhner looking very strong for potentially even a podium today. Speaking of, let's talk about that top 4 battle. Let's talk about the Prague Lions, powered by the Czech equestrian team. Johnny Puls and Peter de Vos jumping today. Well, it wasn't the perfect round for them. Excellent from Peter de Vos and Jarina clear, but it didn't go all the way for Prague Lions.
Peter, you're still on a 9-year-old horse, relatively young. That was a crucial round from you after your teammate Johnny had 2 down.
Yeah, it gave me a bit pressure actually. Okay, for my horse Jarina, she did a really good round, but it was actually only her second time she jumped the team competition. The first time was in Monaco, she was clear, and now here. So I was also not really 100% confident on that big grass arena with her. She didn't do so many shows on the grass. So yeah, and then I saw the 8, so I said now I have to go clear. So I rode a little bit on safe. Normally I canter a bit more and I ride a bit more also easy for the class, but this time I really wanted to secure everything and try tried to do the best I could.
And you said that your horse doesn't usually jump on, or it's relatively new to a big grass ring like this. Johnny's pairing with his horse is relatively new. Did you think that the team took a bit of a gamble this weekend?
Yeah, but okay, at the end we are approaching middle end of the season, and it's not that we have so much choice anymore. We have lots of combinations already, been jumping a lot, so we need to alternate, and we need to change and bringing fresh horses in, because we need to, because that's how it works, and the season is still long, and yeah, that's why we took a little bit of gamble indeed.
And round 2, what can we expect from you? Any changes?
Okay, we're gonna do a lot of changes. I'm gonna ride a different horse. I'm gonna ride NASCAR. Which already did a lot of these shows, so normally I'm quite confident with him. And then we're gonna change Johnny for Fernando for the second round. So Fernando is going to jump the first as first rider in the second round.
Super, thanks Peter. Best of luck for round 2.
Thank you.
Changes are plenty for the Prague Lions. FMS will come in for round 2, and NASCAR comes in for Peter de Vos for that second round. What about Stockholm Hearts? The big talking point this whole weekend about how much are they still inside that race for the GCL Super Cup semi-finals, powered by Airbank at the end of the year in Prague. And unfortunately, Malmberg Jonsson coming in at H&M Indiana in round 1. Big signal of intent there, along with Olivia Philipparts and Le Blue Diamond. And unfortunately for the Stockholm Hearts pairing, off the back of those 2 eliminations, 8 penalties for Malmberg Jonsson, and then 4 from Olivia Philipparts meant that the team collectively comes home on 12 penalties, and it all but ends their title, or their race at least, to get inside the top 4. It all but ends their hopes of competing in the GCL Super Cup semi-finals, as now many believe that that fight will go down purely to the Saint-Tropez Pirates and the Prague Lions. It has not been the season for the Stockholm Hearts that they would like to remember. And unfortunately, in what was being billed as a do-or-die weekend for the team powered by H&M, it has not gone their way in GCL Round 1. They will start the second round on 12 penalties. Are the Paris Panthers the only team that can realistically take the title away from Riesenbeck International? It certainly seems to look that way on the overall standings, and they knew that they had to really, really keep the pressure on them this weekend. Jerd Freeling and Ben Mayer come in for the Paris Panthers. Let's show you what took place for GCL Round 1 for them. Jerd Freeling on Fiumicino. First man out for the team, and unfortunately for him, what looked to be a clear was the final fence going down for Jerd Freeling and for the Paris Panthers. Not ideal, but still okay, knowing that Ben Mayer and Ginger Blue were to follow. He had to be absolutely perfect, Ben Mayer, and as we've come to expect from Ben Mayer, he was indeed. On Ginger Blue, as mentioned, knowing that a fence had gone down for Jerd Freeling, Ben Mayer staying calm, staying cool, and dealing with this Riesenbeck International Arena ring, making sure they kept all the fences up, stayed inside the 80-second time limit, and stayed clear as well, crucially, for the Paris Panthers. Now, at this stage, Riesenbeck International had not yet come out, and 4 penalties for Paris Panthers meant at least there was an opportunity that some fences might go down for Riesenbeck. That was to come in a few moments. For now, though, let's show you Shanghai Swans, because they were very impressive as well. Final team to go. They, too, have had a slightly indifferent season, but when Daniel Deusser and Max Kuhner come together, we know with a very strong lineup, the Shanghai Swans can be very, very dangerous. So, first man out, Daniel Deusser on Bingo Setemel. He jumped clear. Max Kuhner then comes home on 4, and it puts them as one of the best teams on 4. But the door is open for the Riesenbeck International team. The door is open for them to go on and win the title here at home. As we mentioned a few moments ago, Shanghai Swans, just a quick reminder as to what took place. Daniel Deusser jumping clear on Bingo Setemel, just his second clear of the 2023 season. Max Kuhner then following on Electric Blue P. Max Kuhner eventually then coming home on 4 penalties, keeping Shanghai Swans very much in the mix. One of the best teams on 4, as we mentioned. Then all of a sudden, as we say, the attention then moves to the Riesenbeck international team. They now know that Paris Panthers have jumped on 4. Applause from Christian Ullmann. But it comes down to Philipp Weishout, it comes down to Christian Kuckuck, and it all comes down to them staying in front of Paris Panthers. From a championship point of view, it's not even about Riesenbeck International winning here at home, although that would be the fairy tale story. It's about making sure that they stay as close to Paris as possible. The tighter they finish, the easier they have, the bigger a gap they continue to build. Let's hear from our current leaders, Riesenbeck International.
Riesenbeck International into the lead after round 1, but you've left yourself in an interesting position with that time fault.
Christian, I think it's you.
That was my fault. I made it interesting, but okay. Probably that's what we want to see. But anyway, I think we can be very happy. Our horses jumped 2 very great rounds. I did not really feel it coming, my time fault, but okay, that's how it is now. If we leave the fences up in the second round, we are okay, and that's what we try.
And Philip, you both are on relatively young horses, both 9-year-olds. Zinde, do you think he'll come back next round and try and jump a clear?
Yeah, that's the whole plan behind it. Yeah, he has definitely the capacity to do it. He proved it already in Paris. He proved it 2 weeks ago in Aachen in the Grand Prix. I think they're relatively young, like you said, but I think the quality from those 2 horses, I think you have to look far to find two better 9-year-olds than those 2, and we are really grateful to have those 2 horses in the team. And horses like this make us look almost like we are good riders.
And Christian, so round 2, are you going to fight to take the win or play it safe just to make it to podium?
I mean, we are in the lead and we always try to win. There's only one goal now for us, for sure we want to win today. And like I said, the time doesn't matter now for us in the second round. We have to leave the fences up, that's what we try. And if we do that, we have something to celebrate.
Are you nervous about Paris Panthers? They're right behind you.
No, not really nervous. We should look on us and try our best in the second round. We know that they have a good team. I mean, they are not just by luck second in the overall. But I think we should not be scared now.
Okay, well, all the best in round 2, guys. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very interesting admission from Riesenbeck International that they are willing to risk it all to take the win, and they will not play it safe in GCL Round 2 to just get onto the podium and keep that buffer in the championship lead. Well, we have a slight break now. A little bit later this afternoon, you will come back to GCTV. You will meet us once again, and we will bring you Global Champions League Round 2 live from Riesenbeck.